The National Telecommunications Agency is a product of the Telecommunications Act of 2016 and will be responsible for the spectrum management and licensing of wireless communication services providers. Minister Cathy Hughes on Monday noted that the ministry would have spent the last 18 to 20 months making sure that all are in place.
The objective of establishing the agency now is to give time to put in place certain administrative arrangements that are necessary for the agency to function effectively when the entire act is brought into force. Some of the things that the agency needs to put in place are its internal governance arrangements, such as the financial regulations, human resource policies, the rules of procedures for the board.
Meanwhile, consultant for the establishing of the agency, Andre Griffith, noted that the order signed last Friday establishes the agency as a body corporate and it would have begun the preparatory works for the policies. He noted that those policies would have to be assented to by a board which is yet to be established.
The functions of the agency are to be discharged by a board, and that board is authorized to regulate its own procedure. So a lot of the preparatory work that we've done is subject to actually being brought into effect by the board itself. And so we think that the board would want to look at that work, review it, refine it, maybe and amend it.
The National Telecommunications Agency would also observe the functions of the National Frequency Management Unit when it is fully established, and the minister noted that the board would have to begin the employees' transition phase, adding that she does not foresee any major retrenching of staff. Additionally, Minister Hughes used the opportunity to launch the National Data Management Agency's Hinterland Poor and Remote Communities Connectivity Project, which is designed to bridge the gap between the coast and the hinterland to ensure citizens in remote communities have access to the same services, facilities, and internet connectivity that exists on the coastland. NDMA Chairman Floyd Levi noted that the project commenced on December 1, but preparations would have already begun prior to the commencement.
The project essentially focuses on three pillars: policy development, access to ICTs, the physical access to ICTs, the equipment, if the residents do not have the equipment, the internet, again, if they do not have the internet, and certainly access to government services is equally as important, government services and information. As well as we recognize capacity development for the residents in those communities who have to consume the service, as well as capacity development for the government agencies who have to actually develop and deliver those services.
Levi also stated that the project is expected to run for 5 years and targets the establishment of 200 ICT hubs in hinterland, poor and remote communities. For the Evening News, Lakar Bagirat.